Yo, 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 this is Matt from the Comic Haul crew coming through. This is my solo haul video for the last couple of weeks, rather. Hadn't done a full haul video in quite a while, but I've got a ton of stuff I've gotten from over the past month for Black Friday up until this week, and up until I started recording this, I actually had a couple of packages come in, so I got those open. Excited to show you what's in that as well. Got some bangers. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I got some bangers and clangers. There's one or two in here in particular that are really. I'm excited to show those off. So we're gonna go ahead and get everything started. I'm gonna work my way from modern all the way to the solid gold soul. So you know we got it here, and sit back and relax. This might be a long one, y'all. So let's get things rolling right now. So right out the gate, and this is actually cool because this is actually in the new see-through backing boards. This is the A1 True Life Bikini Confidential. Now I bought this because it's some early work from my main man, who y'all know I love me some Adam Hughes, my fellow Georgian. Y'all know I love Adam Hughes. So once again, this is the True Life Bikini Confidential. I'll see if I can throw this in focus here. It keeps camera wants to act nuts, stand on me instead of focusing on the book. All right, there we go. Well, there we go. All right, we'll take it that way. So, all right, got some Archie. We got Archie number 374. This is a extremely rare issue. You don't see this one out too often. If you do, grab it. A little bit of innuendo. This is one that kind of goes right by people. I saw this a couple of months ago. Actually, I had this book in my hand and got ready to check out. Got detracted by something else and ended up leaving it. But I found it on eBay at a pretty good price. In extreme high grade, which is why I went ahead and paid what I paid for it. And got this. And so this is actually going to go in my batch. I've got a whole short box of Archie books that will be getting sent off sometime next year that'll be heading to CGC. Hopefully those prices won't rise, man, because I'm enjoying those modern books. More Archie here. I cannot think. It escapes me every time I see this downer, but this is actually I cannot think of who did the downer. Somebody in the chat leave it, but this is a homage. And when I saw the homage, I was like, yeah, this is got to get got. So this is Archie 649. It's a little tough to find, man. I found this. I was up late one night and ran across it and was like, yeah, I picked that up. I got it for about $5, something along that line. For those who know me, know I collect a lot of African American characters, books that revolve around Black history, independent Black artists. Shout out to my man Nick at Dave's Comics. He showed me this piece here, man, and I was thrilled. It was called The Liberator. Now, there is one on eBay, and it's going for $100. I've also seen this out one other place, and it was going for $200. This is an extremely rare book. I can't even find one. I didn't see one on the census. So this might be one. If you see it anywhere poking out, go ahead and grab it and tuck it away. So this is a tough one to find here. So this will be going off to get graded soon. So as a matter of fact, I've got a pile that's behind me. I am sitting it over there. Let's just go ahead and send that pile to go off. All right. As always, y'all know, like I said, I love my Adam Hughes. So I picked up Wonder Woman 194. I think I'm just about done with getting the Adam Hughes Wonder Woman covers. 193. This one, man, I paid $10 for this one. I actually paid for $10 for this one. No, I'll take that back. I got half off, so this was $5. And man, I've seen this book at shows go for like $25 for some weird reason. Shout out to the homie Bleecker Street Comics. He showed this on the show with everybody a couple weeks ago with on Biggie Shack channel. Make sure y'all check him out. Leather and Lace. I just was like, oh yeah, I like that, man. I ended up seeing one that same night and I grabbed it. It was only one up there, so I was like, yeah, this must be pretty tough to find. So I just grabbed it. Y'all know I like my racing covers. We got quite a few of those tonight. So also shout out to my man Dave's. Blade number 1. This is the San Diego Comic Con Premiere Preview Edition. This is very, very tough to find. I almost passed up on it because I said, you know what? I think I've got enough Blade, man. But for $20, I was like, why the hell not would I pick this up? So I grabbed it. And this is also going to go in my pile of stuff to get sent off. I was like, man, it's pretty damn cool, man. Pretty cool. I'll sit you off to the side as well. Next up, this is a tough one. These are tough books to find. I tell you all the time when you go to your comic book stores, make sure y'all check these. Make sure you check your boxes. They're there. This is a Popeye number 7 retail incentive 1 in 10. I paid for like $1 for this. So, and I just love being able to show it off in the clear backup board. But yeah, this is it, man. $1. Book's probably about at least $150 graded, high grade. Yeah, you see those Popeye 1 in 10s? Knock yourself out. They're tough to find. Also, we've got Mega Man number 1. Now, the significance in this book is this is one of Scotty Young's early pieces of work. This is not his first piece of work. A lot of people think this is his first piece of work. It's not. This is his. I want to say it's probably his second or third. But it's cool. I'm a Mega Man fan, so I was like, you know what? I'll grab that, pick it up, because I did not realize that Mega Man was done by DreamWorks first. I've always thought it was Archie. As stated, I picked up Princess and the Frog just because, like I said, I pick up my Black History books, so I wanted to make sure I picked that one up and add it to the stash. And now we'll get to a little bit of the hot chocolate, the hot coffee, as I like to call it. Anybody who follows this channel knows I have a lot of hot coffee, and so we're gonna kick this hot coffee off with a very tough to find manga with some racy covers. We've got a Time Traveler AI number 1. Time Traveler AI number 3. This is going over to get sent off great. That if you ever run across these, this is one of the ones you want. This one can net you about anywhere from $75 to $250, depending on who's selling it and when it's available. So it doesn't come up too often. So, but if you look hard enough, you can find them. And I'll tell you the trick. The way I got mine is I looked around till I found someone selling the set, and sometimes you can find those books in sets. So that's the trick. If you can find a good set for a decent price, like I did, then go for it. Because a lot of times people don't know exactly what they have, and then you're able to kind of get it from them, right up from up under. Time Traveler AI number 5. This is my 3rd copy of this particular issue. Time Traveler AI number 2. But this is the best copy I have. I've got another copy, but it's dinged up a little bit. I've got another copy that's bent down at the bottom there. But that's a high grade copy. We've also got Time Traveler AI number 4. Time Traveler AI number 12. This is another one that you want to get if you see it. It's Time Traveler AI number 11. This one can go for a nice piece of change, but it's very hard to find a decent grade. This one is pretty good. I'm gonna have to send it off to get pressed. And that's the one thing I like about having a white book, is that you can you can press out some of that stuff without it being too hard on you. This is Time Traveler AI number 13. This is another one. So 13, 11, and what was the other one? 3. And number 1 too. Number 1 is another one. Well, it's not number 1. It's I'll show you the other one. I'll show y'all the other one because it's right here. It's right by it. It's on my stash ticket. Sent out number 14. What's this? Number 14, which I've showed this before on another one of my hauls. But yeah, you find this one, y'all want to get those, pick them up. They tend to net a nice piece of change. All right, so I'm not going to show all of them because number one, I couldn't find the box. So I was trying to find the box because I put them away, and I just didn't feel like going through that. I'll tell y'all what happened to me this past weekend. I thought I lost 2 comic books, and I went through my whole collection looking for them. And anybody knows when you pull in long boxes and short boxes down, it gets tiring. So I just was like, you know what? I'll just leave them in the room, and I'll pick up 2 that I see and that I had already saw, and I'll just use these. Cherry's Jubilee number 4, Cherry Jubilee number 2, and I've also got issues 1 through 32. I think it's 1 through 32 of Cherry Pop Tart. So I've got the first print, second print, third print, fourth print, fifth print, and I've got the rest of the run. So I think I'm just about there of getting everything that I need. I think it's one other book, and I think it's the last issue of Cherry Jubilee, and that's it. We got Zap Comics number 2. This is the 3rd print, I believe. And we're going to go ahead here. And before we get to that, we'll go to magazines. I've got some magazines. I've got some really, really good, cool stuff I'm going to show y'all tonight. Really, really cool stuff. All right, so right now. All right, I'll sit these over here, and I'll just do them this way. We have White Dwarf number 13. Got this for $5. We got White Dwarf number 11. We've got White Dwarf number 15. Now, if you can find those at a decent price, pick them up. They can go for some change. I've seen some go for 40, 50, 100, 500, and even 800. So if you see those out and about, a lot of times those are probably in your fantasy section. Pick them up. Pick them up. Shout out to the Comic Collector Geek. Me and him both are good girl collectors. I love my pinups, and I finally got my first titter. Was like, yep, let's just like the nice cover, man. I got it for a reasonably cheap price, and I will be waiting on the day that CGC decides to grade oversized books like this. I don't think they grade them at that size, although I could be wrong. All right, so that's part of the first part of my oversized stuff. I'm gonna save some of the good. I've got some real good stuff. Just gonna save it there towards the end, so I'll just sit those there, and we'll go with these. All right, this is one I got a while back, but I forgot to show it. This is The Adventures of Olivia, Jabberwocky Graphics. Rule, just a piece of game for everybody. You ever see Jabberwocky Graphics? That's usually, you might want to pick them up. They tend to, underground comics, man. This is one of these underground comics and companies that most of those books tend to go for a decent piece of change. Pick them up. They're kind of tough to find. You can find these. They're usually anywhere from 15 to 20, but I've seen some sell for in the hundreds. So if you can find them, grab them at a cheap price and just tuck them away. Of course, I'll be getting this graded. All right. Shout out to my eBay notifications. Hit me up. Was like, hey, we think you might like this. I was like, absolutely. Y'all know me. Rogue for Men, 1956. This is the How Green Was My Life. I'm not going to read it out loud, but y'all see the cover. The cover speaks for itself. Glad to add this one to the collection. I'll probably be getting this sent off to get graded. All right, we got two wild covers here. And shout out to the Comic Collector Geek. If you're watching this, man, you might want to pick these up. These are like peanuts, man. Peanuts. You can get these for peanuts. Nobody is even thinking about it. National Lampoon. And it's funny because some of these articles in this are relevant today. Like you just look at the masthead there at the top, and you can just see a lot of this stuff is relevant today. But what drew me to it was actually not the cover; it was actually this right here. And I was like, "What in the hell is going on here?" So I picked that up and was like, "Yeah, this is hot. This is definitely hot coffee." So got that. It's in good grade, yellow. You know, anybody knows that when you buy yellow, that yellow can get beat up pretty bad. So it's in high grade. And then last up, the magazines is another wild one. As you see, it says eBay. Got this one for $20. Couldn't believe I got it for that price, man. I didn't think the dude was gonna sell it to me, but he dropped it down to 20 for me. Ended up picking it up. I've got two copies of this. One is beat up. One's kind of worse for wear, but this is the one that's gonna get graded. This is National Lampoon Back to College. Just outrageous covers, man. And believe it or not, man, me being the age I am, I did not know National Lampoon had a magazine until recently. So I was kind of surprised. Probably because it was usually tucked behind a shelf that I probably couldn't see anyway. So pick that up, man. So cake. All right, so now we're going to get down to some of the goodness. But before I do that, I just want to move some stuff around right quick so that I can have everything organized. I'm going to sit this back down there. And this batch up here. All right. What the people came to see, I'm going to save that book in the last batch. That belongs in the last batch. All right, so here we go. We've got Blue Boat Volume 8, Number 3. We've got Margie, number 43. Got this one, man. This was a Midnight Marauder deal. Anybody that follows the channel knows exactly what I'm talking about. This was one of those Midnight Marauders here, man. I got this for about $20, something along that line. $20. It's a little worse for wear. Probably, I'm pretty sure something's missing out of it. But as always, I tell people with certain Golden Age books, the cover is what makes it up. Now, for our horror books and stuff like that, you kind of want those to kind of be in decent shape. But these Good Girl covers, it's the reason why they call them Good Girl covers. So whenever you can find them in good shape, go for it. And I'll take a cover like this that's not torn and ripped all the way across every day. I'll take it all the time. This was another example of a book. I got this one for about $15. Jane Austen Crime Reporter. It was ripped right there, but everything else is intact. And I can sacrifice that on a book like this because Jane Austen Crime Reporters, those are typically tough books to find out in the wild. So that. We've got some early Wolf Girl and Little Abner. We got Tip Top Comics 117. I think I paid about $15 for this. I think it was $15. We got that one. I got another copy of Jungle Comics, number 145. This one is actually a little bit better, but I see a little something here that under the light that I got to get fixed right down here. I probably get this pressed out. Maurice Whitman cover. I love my Maurice Whitman covers. I got this one for a whopping $30. Next up, we've got Famous Gangsters. Famous Gangsters. You ever see this book out in the wild? Y'all look at me. You ever see this book in the wild? Pick it up. I checked the census. There's only like 6 of these on the census. Also, chat. So on the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I have searched far and wide the last 24 hours. I've been trying to find it. I can't find it, but I do believe. I'm gonna say I'm gonna put this out there with a disclaimer. I do believe. I could be wrong, but I think this is the very first comic book appearance of Al Capone. If I'm wrong with that, y'all let me know, because this is Famous Gangsters #1. So Al Capone is on the cover of this, unless he's on another comic book cover that I don't know anything about. Al Capone, right here, Famous Gangsters #1. Under the radar, Jack Kirby, Silver Age Goodness, Alarming Tales. This was one that flew right under my LCS's radar. He didn't realize what it was, but I knew what it was. I was like, oh, Jack Kirby, we'll take that. So yeah, you see this one? This is one of those under the radar Jack Kirby books. All right. We've got Curly KO. I paid $12 measly for this. And this is very, very good condition. This would probably, if I had to grade it, it'd probably be about I'd say anywhere from a 4 to a 6, depending on who's grading. So it just depends on who's grading that day. But nice book there. Got this is a book I had always wanted. Unusual Tales. Can't remember what number this is here, but it's I've always been intrigued by the buses flying cover. So I picked that up. You don't see it out too often. This is one you just don't see out too often. So, and it also has the buy bonds on it, which is another cool aspect of this book too. So, we've got Freddie, number, not sure what number this is, but pick that up. Just good old artwork there. Some good old D'Agostino artwork. And that's it. That's it. Always pick up those weird ones like that. All right, so we've got some good stuff coming down the pipe. All right, so for here, I just gonna be knock you out. We got Mysteries, Weird and Strange. The LCS was like, well, the back cover's missing. I was like, yeah, but the front cover's there, and that's what matters. So, I'll take the 1.0, the 0.5, whatever, to get to the cover. So, Mysteries of Weird and Strange, we've got that. We've got Ace Comics number 50 in high grade. This is in high grade. So, God, this is a really, really good price. Shout out to the LCS. That's why I know they have a few people that watch from that store. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate that for working that deal for a brother. We've got Hetty of Hollywood. This is the casting couch cover, is what I call it. Got this one. This is a tough one to come by. You don't see this one too often without having to pay a pretty penny for it. Lucked up, got this for peanuts on the dollar. It was a late night deal. Happened to be just scrolling, came across it, and bam, picked it up. So this will be going to get sent off to get graded ASAP. So I was very excited to get this, man. Excited. We have the Mad Marvel Family. This one I actually showed this one on Biggie Shaq's channel about 3 weeks ago. I think it was Black Friday weekend, or the weekend somewhere right around. I think it was the week after Black Friday, but November number 79. Picked this one up, high grade. I probably can still get this pressed out, which I'm looking at some stuff that I probably will take to my buddy, have him press it out for me. But glad to have that one. This is one out. So I'll tell you the story on this book. This is Gabby, by the way. Gabby, number 7. Excuse me. So I saw this book early this year at the Atlanta Comic Convention. And my good buddy, who's probably watching this, who's going to watch this, one of my fellow Golden Age collectors, if he's watching, he sees it. He knows why. He beat me to it. By about 1 minute. I saw him pick up the slab for like $250. And I'm kind of actually, in a sense, I'm kind of glad he did because I actually got a better copy. This is probably about a 5 or 6. And I got this for like $20. I could not believe I got this book for $20. And was thrilled. And it was like, yeah, I'll take this all day, every day. So glad to finally get this, man. Didn't have to pay $250 for it, but I got it for $20. So that's Gabby Louder and Funny. All right. This is a late night My Comic Shop boom right here, man. This is a boom. This is Margie, number 49. The notes were like, and I guess people steered clear from it because they were like, had some retouching on it. I'll tell y'all, I'll say it again. I don't care as long as the cover is there and it's intact and it looks good. This book will probably net me about a 2.5. But I could care less. Why? Because the cover is there and intact. If it has a purple label, guess what? It just has a purple label. I can live with it. So I'll probably send this off to get pressed and clean, and then we'll see what happens from there. I'm gonna tell y'all, sometimes steer clear of when you see those, oh, this is missing or it's retouched, get it anyway. Remember I told y'all I bought that Lobo number 2. The dealer said a page was missing. Turned out CGC graded, everything was there. So don't ever be afraid to take a gamble on a book, especially when you're not that far deep in the hole on it. So Margie, number 49. This is a tough one to come by. I think I saw maybe one more. If y'all want to battle it out on My Comic Shop, y'all can battle out for it. But I saw one more of these. But this is definitely you don't see these too often out in the wild, especially in good shape. We're going to add another Margie to the stash as well. Margie, number 44. Red dress, another red dress, man. Red outfit. Good girl cover. Decent condition. Probably a 2.5. Hey, man, I pick these up all the time. When I see them for $20 and below, I pick them up all the time. So these are under the radar. Grab them if you see them. All right. And now we're in the home stretch because we got some bangers and clangers coming down the pipe. You see it coming up. You see it. We've got Archie, number 53. Got this at an outstanding deal on Black Friday. Somebody was running a sale. I caught it. Got this. I had to look twice. I couldn't believe that what they wanted for it. And was like, okay, yeah, we'll take this and we'll get this graded. This book can go for a nice piece of change in high grade, and this is in very, very high grade for Archie, man. Anybody knows Archie's, the old Archies, you know you got to battle. But this looks really, really good. Really not too much I need to do with it, but just take it for what it is. I'd probably say if I had to grade this, we're looking at maybe a 3.5 or 4.5, depending on who is there. And y'all know how I feel about Golden Age. All grades are good in Golden Age. All grades. All right, so we got this next big book coming up here. This is a massive book, and shout out to the LCS store owner, fanboy, for telling me this. He pointed out when I walked in. He said, "Man, I'm surprised you hadn't looked at this." And I said, "Oh well, hell, that's who I think it is." He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh well, yeah. Is that the original?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, well, we'll pick it up." It's a Weird Science, number 27, Wallywood classic cover, man. First edition. And I was like, yeah. He said, well, it's a little roughed up. Who cares? It's Wallywood, and it's the first edition. So we picked it up for a good piece of change, and we got it, man. I am going to send this off to get graded. Probably a 1.8, 0.5, whatever. I don't care. It's getting graded. I'm happy to have it in the collection. You don't run around, you don't find these out in the wild too often. You don't find them. You'll find them at a show, and I guarantee you're gonna pay top dollar for it. All right, so we got 2 more books to go, and I'm trying to figure out 3 more, and I'm trying to figure out which I want to go with first. I think I'm gonna go with this one. We'll go ahead and bring this one out. So I am on a run. And I've actually got another one coming in the mail. I've got some goodies coming in the mail, y'all. Just hold. I got some real good stuff coming down the pipe. But this, we get some water here. I'm kind of a little parched from talking here, so y'all bear with me for just a second here. So I pick up my Mickey Mouses, but I've also been on a tear as of late, because with the market being a bear market right now, this is a really good opportunity for you to go out and pick up some books. So I've been picking up my Mickey Mouses that I wanted to get a while back. Some of his most infamous covers are the ones with the shotgun. They tend to almost kind of go for a good piece of change. So this is Mickey Mouse number 9, volume 4. And I wanted to add this one to the collection. Was out and about, saw this in the kids section. Like I told y'all, start going to the damn kids section and looking around. You'd be surprised what you find over there. And was able to pick this nice thing up here. Jesus Christ. Try it again. Pick up some niceness. And we've got this one, and I've got another one actually on the way. The one that's on the way is a biggie. Caught this bad boy on a good deal. I caught somebody slip. I will catch you slipping on eBay. Caught this fella slipping, and boom! This is what one of the earliest Popeye comic books looks like. This is Popeye number 1. Now I don't think, and I've been trying to figure this thing out. I'm not sure if this is the very first appearance of Popeye, because a lot of his stuff was in King Features before it was known as Popeye. So I'm trying to figure it out. Somebody in the chat, let me know. I've got King Features 5 down the hole, and I've got this one as well. So I was like, you know what? I've gotten this and added it to the collection, and I'm just elated to have a Popeye in the household. Most people know I'm a big Popeye fan, huge Popeye fan, and so I'm glad to have that added to the collection. Now I'm gonna roll back here right quick. Let me see here, just to show y'all. Got it over here. Show y'all. I don't think it's in this stash. Nah, it's not in here. It's not in this one. Nope, it's not in that stash. So I'll have to find it. But let me give you the backstory on this next book, which is my final book for tonight on this haul. So this was about a couple of weeks ago. I put a bid in for it, and I said, you know what, I'll try this just to see what happens. Probably not gonna win it. It is what it is. I found out about this book probably about a month ago. Somebody gave me the plug, gave me the scoop on this, and I said, well, you got to be kidding me. He was like, no, that's it. So I went out looking for it, and I actually found it. So I put a bid in for it, and it's low grade. Like I tell y'all, low grade is better than no grade, especially with certain books. And this is a classic example of what I'm talking about. This is a classic example of no low grade is better than no grade. So was watching football, and I said, well, you know what? I'm going to just keep an eye on this bid just to see what happens. And lo and behold, man, that damn clock got down to 1 second. I just knew it was going to be the classic. You've been outbid. You've been outbid. Well, it got down and it said, you're the winner. I couldn't believe it. I said, are you kidding me? For $10? I $10. This is what I paid for this book. $10 measly dollars for probably one of the most iconic Western books you'll ever find. I could not believe I paid $10 for this book. There's something about that number 10, man. I got one. Y'all know, y'all followed the channel last year. 2 years ago, I got Werewolf by Night for $10. So add this to the pantheon of books that I've gotten for $10. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, you're gonna find out tonight. This, my friends, is a $10 book that I am so elated to show you all. It just came in today before I got ready to cut this video. So I was gonna cut this earlier, but I held off once I saw it was coming. I got a notification to let me know it was gonna be delivered. So I said, well, I'll just hold off because I definitely wanted to show this in this haul video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Hyo Silver, the very first appearance of the Lone Ranger, as you see right there. So $10. Yes, I know this is a piece torn off there. There's some stuff at the back there in the back, but we're not caring, man. We are not caring. This is early Western goodness here, buddy. The first appearance of the Lone Ranger. This book can go for over $1,000 in high grade, well over $1,000 in high grade. And it's one book that most people don't know about. So if you see this book out in the wild, check those Western bins, man. A lot of people don't know. And I'm sure I know somebody's going to say, well, Lone Ranger is not as popular as it used to be. But all it takes is somebody to decide they want to do a Lone Ranger movie, and you can hang this up, buddy. So this is definitely one you want to look at, you want to pick up, you want to grab if you see it. $10. I told y'all deals are still out there. This is a bear market, y'all. People are looking for comic books. Some people are selling stuff. People don't even know what they're selling. They don't even know what they're selling. Because I just knew the person that was sold me this was like, oh no, he's gonna make a go back. Y'all have had it happen where they realize they're about to sell it and then they go, no, I don't want to sell that. I had that recently happen to me last week. So, well, I hope that you all enjoyed that nice Black Friday haul that I had here of books that I got over the period of Black Friday up until today. I've got some more stuff coming. I've got some really, really good goodness coming. And I'm excited. So I hope that you enjoyed that. Make sure you check us out, the Comic Hall Crew. Make sure you follow us on IG. Go back through some of our other haul videos. We got some goodness in there as well if you hadn't seen those. And I want to say thanks for taking out the time to join me here on the YouTube, and hope that you enjoyed that. And like I said, man, y'all get out there and look. The deals are out there. They're out there. $10 freaking for the first appearance of the Lone Ranger. Can't beat it, man. Can't beat it. Can't beat it with a 10-foot pole. Make sure if you're watching this video between now and on this coming Saturday, which is today is the 6th of December, I will be interviewing Night Tiger Comics. It's part of a show. We're gonna record it, but I want to let you all know we've got a new show coming down the pipe. We're gonna be talking Golden Age goodness. So make sure you be on the lookout for that. So first person I'm interviewing is Night Tiger Comics. You can best believe I've got some heavy hitters that I have got on the sheet of paper that I'm going to be checking them off as I go. And we're going to be talking about this good stuff, this good solid gold soul, as we call it. So, all right. Well, with that, I am Matt from the Comic Hall Crew. Hope that you all are having a wonderful holiday. Be careful, be safe, and y'all have a good one. Wait. I have some goodness for y'all that I forgot to bring out of the stash. I just happened to realize it because I had my box covered up. I didn't know it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I do. Let me bring these movies out. Hold on. I do have some goodness. I do have some goodness to show from the slabs. We have Eagle number 6. Eagle number 6. We have Eagle number 6. Now, man, what is the importance of Eagle number 6? This is probably one of the most under the radar books. It's cheap. When I say cheap, I got this slab for $20 freaking dollars. When I say cheap, I mean cheap. For those who don't know what Eagle number 6 is, this is Adam Hughes' first published work. $20, man. I mean, go get them before everybody knows. Go get them. Eagle number 6. We've got Gay Comics 29. We've got Good Girl Goodness at a 3. I was really glad that it got this at a 3. I thought about like maybe I could clean that, but I'm gonna leave it like it is. We're not gonna touch it. You never know with CGC, man. You just never know. We got Frankie Comics number 9. We're glad to add that one to the stash. If it There we go. We've got Space Vixens 3D Zone number 16. I have finally completed my Dave Stevens books that I think I've got them all now. I've been trying to collect Dave Stevens for the last 2-3 years, and I think I've got them all now. So all glad to have it. This was probably one of the hardest to find, the most expensive of the batch to find. That one. All right. Now we're getting into the final stuff and the goodness. So got this thing. This is why I said you can find good deals. I found this on eBay for a whopping. I sent in a bid, and the guy offering, the guy bid on it. I got this for a whopping $60. So Black Cobra number 6. This is pretty cool because on the back of it has an ad for high heel stockings. So I mean, you can't make it up. But anyway, I just thought it was a really cool kick-ass cover, man. I just really liked it, so I picked that up, man. And it's it's actually no, it's not a World War II. It's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. I was just sitting there analyzing. I saw something now that made me think about it, but no, just got it. It's pretty cool, man. Black Cobra number 6. All right, here's my last 2 books, my two biggie books outside of the Lone Ranger, which y'all just saw. Got this beautiful thing here. You know, when you see Homefront Heroes, you know that we're talking about World War. And I did not get it from Comics Link, but whoever bought it from them bought it from a deal. I went back and researched how much they paid for it, and they got this for a deal. But anyway, my very, very first Golden Age war comic, Spy Smasher number 6. Was excited to get this, man. I paid well under $200 for this, which is really cool. And you know, I was excited, man. I got my flag, got my Nazi, and we've got the one of the hallmarks of Fawcett Comics during that period. This is came out August 8th, 1942. Excited, man. It was like, it's tape on the cover. Who cares? Spy Smasher number 6. You don't see these too often, so glad to have gotten that one and added it to the collection. And last but not least, now officially we're done now after this. Okay, so we'll do the spill all over again, but that'll be it. All right, so here we go. This is why I'm glad I pre-recorded it. All right, here we go. My very, very first book, and I'm going to cover this up because I want you to see it. Now, if you watched the Comic Hall Crew, you saw this. If you watched our last recent show, you saw this. But if you did not, you did not. You don't know what this is. So I have always wanted to get one of these. I actually saw this book about 4 years ago at a store up in North Georgia. I passed on it, regretted passing on it. And I recently was thinking about it, and I saw it in about 2 times in a couple of the groups on Facebook and in another group I'm on and read it. And I saw it and I said, yeah, this, you know. So when I went to the world famous Dave's, my boy Nick said, hey Matt, would you be interested in something like this? And he gave me the price on it. And I said, absolutely, I'm interested in it. And so, yeah, I went ahead and bit the bullet on it, man, and got my first Golden Age Superman. This is Superman number 57. So I am elated to finally have added my first Superman to the collection. It's a 3.0. Yeah, I think it covers detached, but hey, man, it presents really good. As far as I'm concerned, I told you all about that. A lot of people pass up on stuff that says cover detached. As long as that cover is there, that's all that matters because it's encapsulated anyway. So glad to have gotten that and got this and added it to the collection. So I am thrilled. So now for the final spiel, we'll do it again. I am Matt from the Comic Hall Crew. I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry about that. Sorry about the false alarm. I forgot to show those slabs. Once again, this is why I'm glad I pre-recorded this for you all. Hope that you all enjoyed this. Follow me and the crew on Instagram at Comic Hall Crew. We've got more goodness coming down the pipe. Make sure that you're locked in with us here. Tell a friend, tell your mama and your cousin too about the Comic Hall Crew. I'm officially out. Peace.